Aaron, where are you? Where is Aaron right now? You done messed up, Aaron!
Aaron is present. And I'll tell you who done messed up this time. YouTube done messed up in a pretty major way. But the only ones who seem to be impacted are smaller, or not even just smaller, but independent content creators, as opposed to more mainstream corporate media authoritative sources, if you know what I'm talking about. So here's what happened, guys. Back on January 9th, YouTube had a massive system-wide outage where 8 or 9 hours worth of views were completely erased. And then when the system came back up, views were like 80, 90% lower. This seems to have been a system-wide outage. But when the system came back up, channels had been affected differently. I'm going to show you some real examples of what I'm talking about here, a few different videos of mine. So here's one video. This is a view, a 48-hour view of the hourly views on a particular video. And here you can see that outage where everything goes to 0. And then the system comes back online and the views are just right along the bottom there. Okay, here's a completely different video. Again, you can see this video is getting 1.2, 1.3 thousand views per hour, goes to 0, comes back up. The views are nowhere even close to where they were. Okay, here's a third example, probably the most egregious example. So this was getting close to 1,000 views per hour when the outage hit. Then it comes back and it's getting less than 200 views per hour. A lot of channels are experiencing the same thing. The system came back up and they go, well, the system's back up, but my videos that died, they never came back to life. So for me personally, how this has affected my channel or content on my channel, the videos that I publish in present time are continuing to perform well and as expected. And yet there's now a complete disconnect, a complete lack of any correlation between performance of present time videos and performance of past videos. Usually there's a trickle down effect. You have a video, it's getting a ton of views. YouTube recommends more of your videos. So you'll have, if you have one video getting 10,000 views, the next most views on your channel might be a video that's getting 7. And then below that, it might be 4, and then 2, and then 1. And yet recently the disconnect has gotten so bad. I had a video that was getting 20,000 views per hour. And the next most watched video on my channel was only getting 200 videos per hour. That, previous to all of this happening, would have just been mathematically impossible. It looks like YouTube is taking viewers of independent content creators and recommending that those viewers go and watch content from more mainstream, authoritative, trusted sources. In other words, sources that are funded by a lot of corporate and advertising dollars is most likely what this all is coming down to. I want to see if we can fix this. We need to try to re-engineer our way back into the algorithm that recommends content. I need you to help me with super simple tasks that cost nothing. So here's what I would ask you to do. I believe if a few hundred people or even a couple thousand people could do this, this might actually work. What I would ask you to do, search YouTube for Scientology and click on one of my videos. Do that a second time. Do that a third time. And when you click on one of my videos, please make sure that you are subscribed and click on the notification bell and select all. This tells YouTube, not only am I subscribed, but I want to see Aaron's content in my feed. Now, when you're watching one of my videos, please like the video. If you can, leave a comment on the video. Ideally, if you're watching one of my videos and you see another one of my videos recommended on the side or down below, click on that video as well, like it, leave a comment. The idea is to string back-to-back videos of mine together so that hopefully the algorithm is being trained that when I'm watching this content over here, the other content that I'm also interested in is that content over there. Now, if you don't get any recommendations for more of my videos, well, that's actually an indicator of what the problem really is. So if that occurs, then I would recommend jumping back to step 1, go to YouTube, search for Scientology, and click on one of my videos. And then hopefully eventually you'll get a recommended one and you can click on that one and we can start getting the algorithm a little more back in tune the way it was before this outage. Now, if this change that has occurred is actually not something nefarious, it's not part of some big YouTube conspiracy to screw over independent content creators, then perhaps this experiment will actually have a meaningful impact. And again, if we can get a few hundred people or even a couple thousand people to do this, if it's capable of having an impact, it should have an impact. If it doesn't have an impact, well, we'll have to figure out exactly what that means and if there's anything that can be done about it. So anything you guys can do to help me with this is massively appreciated. And let's see if it works. Thank you everyone for watching and listening. Thanks to everyone who watches until the very end, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.